Hello, everyone. This is Inner Beauty Glow podcast. Thanks for tuning in, and shout out to the Room Z LA for having us tonight here. We're here with my girl, DJ Divine Light.
Hey, what's up?
So this is my girl right here, and we go way back. So tonight we're going to talk about a mix that she has been working on. So go ahead and tell us about what you're doing.
So I do a mix every year for Cali House Nation Radio, and I've actually been doing it every year since 2020. I do it every April because my cousin, who actually taught me how to use the DJ software Serato, he passed away in 2016, and his birthday is in April. I do it to commemorate him. Every year when I'm creating this mix, it's almost as if he's here creating it with me since he's not here to do it.
So that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Actually, I think that's a really beautiful way to really bring back somebody's memory and a beautiful way of sharing music, because music is an outlet for everybody to, like, a form of expression, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get into your mix.
Yes, welcome back to our number 2. This is Cali House Nation Radio, the guest mix. Today is episode 176, and I am really happy to welcome back the homie DJ Divine Light with now her 4th guest mix with us. Let's send the decks up to Los Angeles with my sister from another mister, DJ Divine Light.
DJ Divine Light.
So with this song, with every mix, I always try to pick a song that my cousin, he was really into Miguel Miggs. That was his house music DJ, house music producer that he was into. I'm sure he was into more, but that was the one that stood out to me, and he gave me a lot of his music before he passed
away.
I always try to start the mix with a Miguel Miggs song, and I always try to end it with.
I really, really love this song, by the way. I think it's a really good way to start a mix, and it's a really good way to commemorate him, especially because he's the one that kind of introduced you to him, right?
Yeah.
What else did he introduce you to? What inspired you to be a DJ?
I've always been into music. I've always been a music head. I started going to house parties and quinceañeras when I was in my late teens, and then that's when I started to get the feel of hey, I think I want to be back there. I want to be playing the music.
You want to be that? Yes.
After going to these parties and seeing the DJs, I started listening to the radio more and paying attention to what they were doing. I want to do that too. So that's what inspired me. That's what made me want to go out and DJ. Another thing I wanted to mention about this song is a few days before I finished recording it, I picked out this song because I didn't know what to start it with. I already had the playlist ready, but I didn't know which song
to start your
to
mix
start
with.
it with.
Okay.
And then I thought, okay, let's look up some Miguel Miggs songs, and then this one stood out to me this could be the best. This is the best one I've heard to start the mix with.
It really gets you going, though. I really like the sound of it, and then even what it says, the lyrics, right? So did it stand out because of the groove of the song, or what was it that really said, hey, you know what, this is the one?
How he says, let's bring this back tonight.
Okay.
Something to remind me, something to reminisce. I just felt like that resonated so much with starting the mix out.
I love it.
Yeah. And it also set the tone for the theme of the mix too. Part of it has to do with partying tonight, getting together tonight, having a good time, getting the vibes right for the night, for tonight. That's part of the mix, so it ties in with the vibe.
So tell us, what is the reason behind why you created this mix?
This one, or
why you started creating these mixes?
DJ Nocturne of Cali House Nation Radio, he reached out. Oh, that's the drop they did.
Oh, there they go. Okay.
I like how they shout out to Electrona. I think was the name of the Argentinian station that aired my mix. So shout out to them.
Yes, shout out to them. Definitely.
And she said he even got them to say my DJ names. That was dope.
Very, very cool. All the way from Argentina. Shout out to them and everybody that's listening to us around the world and is listening to this mix, because DJ Divine Light put this together for you guys with all her heart and soul, and she put in all that love into this mix. So I hope that you guys are enjoying it this night. and whatever time in the world or wherever you guys are at listening to it, because it's in Argentina, but now we're listening in California and everywhere else. So the reason why you started to...
Yeah, so the Nocturne, he reached out to me in 2020 and he said that, hey, I have a podcast now that I think at the time it was airing in London or the UK. What they're doing in Argentina, at the time they were doing it in the UK, I believe. And he invited me to the show. And when he had invited me, I remembered, like, you know what, my cousin was a house DJ. Let's do it in April. April would be the time to do it because it's his birthday and I kind of want to do something to commemorate my cousin. Okay. So that's how that came about.
Nice. I like that. I really, really like that. And I really love the vibe of, like, your mix right now. Like, for example, the song that's playing right now, it kind of ties in with the first one, right?
So I picked this song to be the second one because it's, you know, Mary J's talking about getting together tonight. Name of it is Family Affair, and it's me and my cousin. It's a family thing. And it's one of my favorite house remixes, actually, is this one.
I really dig it too. You know, it just kind of like gets you going.
Yeah, it does. It's nice. Whether you're driving around or whether you're at the club or at the lounge. And I see that you're an esthetician now. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm an esthetician. Thank God, you know, finally decided to go back to school and get that out of the way. And I'm licensed. So just me and you go way back.
Yeah. Oh, man. 2012 and it's 2023 now.
2023. We've been knowing each other for quite some time. I'm so happy that I ran into you when I used to co-host, you know?
Yes, me too.
And you used to DJ for that internet radio. Shout out to them. Yes. They know who they are.
Yes.
But it's funny how life like brings you together. We're still friends, you know, after such a long time. And it's been a really long journey. And I've seen you like grow and transition and just really, really transform your like DJ style and just everything that you've been doing. Like, I'm so proud of you. And even now, like with this that you're doing now, you just keep pushing, especially with your music. You always try to get better at whatever you're doing and then getting out there. Especially I see you doing like mixes, right? Or what are you doing right now? Like, what other side projects are you working besides this?
I DJ at Caruso's in Granada Hills with MC Remedy.
Yes,
and
you
were
there
today.
Yes,
Thank you for coming out.
I was out there, man. I really, really love the vibe of that place. You know, it feels like home. Even the vibe, the music that you were playing, it just ties in with everybody. The people are like really nice. Oh, okay.
Okay, so before
I know I got
into that,
yeah. So what's up with this song right here?
Right in the beginning when she says he wore black and I wore white.
Okay.
So at first I wasn't sure whether to put this song in the mix, but the last picture I took with my cousin, he's wearing black and I'm wearing a white and black striped dress.
Oh.
And this song's going in the mix for sure.
You're like, all right. It reminds me of that last picture that you took with your cousin, right?
Yeah, and I think it was the last time I saw him.
Yeah.
He went to my gig at the Conga Room and it was his birthday.
Yeah, well, it's a beautiful song. You know, regardless, I think that there's a story behind every song that you picked for this mix. And then that's why we're here. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. You know, just letting you guys know why she picked every song she did. I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Yes. This song I picked out because it talks about getting your nails done.
Oh.
And I know all us girls can, or most of us girls, or some of us girls.
Okay. Most of us girls, you know, most of us
we know
girls.
What's up with that.
Yeah. We need to get our nails done.
Yep. And then she talks about how like getting your nails done so much, your nail beds and your nails suffer the cost of getting them done so often.
Yeah. Look at this.
Dude, I'm wearing press-ons because of the damage I've had.
Yes. You know what? Like, I've had to take a break too, but dude, I've gone from like wearing really long nails, like, you know, to like really short ones. Like, you know what, just give me a manual. Like, you know what, just leave my nails alone. But it's part of like being feminine. Believe it or not, even though it's not just social media or the stigma, but just like when you do makeup, you know, like whenever I do makeup on a client, I can feel their energy and just like their confidence just change. And like, it's like a total vibe and just gives you that confidence.
It does.
It changes. It's like, it's a transformation.
It really does. And thank you again for going today to Caruso's. It was really cool.
Oh, you know what? You're
glad
welcome.
you had a good time.
Yes, I definitely had a good time. Even the drinks were really good. I was like, man, all I needed was 2 drinks because they're pretty good. The bartender there, she's, you know, she knows what she's doing.
Shout out to Melissa.
You were really like on point today.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you, and shout out to MC Remedy too.
Shout out
Gets down
to
with the
MC Remedy.
hosting, getting the vibes going, getting everybody lit.
Yes, you know, you have to get the party started. Somebody's got to be the host.
And I'm
you
there
know?
like so focused on the music. He's just my right hand on the mic.
Doing his thing,
Yeah.
right? Doing his thing. Definitely you have to do that, because if you don't, like, you got to get the party and everybody started.
And then I know I have a really soft voice on the mic, so when I'm in there trying to make announcements, when he's not there and they're like, hey, say this for somebody's birthday, or can you make this announcement, and I get on the mic, I don't.
Yeah, you're not as loud.
I'm not as loud.
Because we have
Doesn't
this
sound
really, really like low, hey, like mellow voices, you know? We
yeah,
can't.
and then if I
yeah.
try to force it, it just sounds.
Yeah.
So
You picked the song. Tell me why you picked the song.
So this song, I like the vibe of this. It just seems like getting ready to go out on a date or something. It's a lovely-dovey
I
song.
can see how you can say that. I think I can picture myself like getting ready, doing my makeup, getting my hair done, trying to pick out my outfit, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, I can see how you can say that.
This song kind of ties into the last one, also because I would go get my nails done with this nail artist in Culver City. Whenever I would go over her house, she would always play really cool house music.
Okay.
She went to EDC last year for the first time with her husband, so she would always be playing like electro and house.
Yes,
And
yes.
so this is one of the songs I heard that stood out to me, like, oh, that sounds cool. I'm gonna like Shazam it and put it in a mix at some point. So
And then here it is, guys.
yes, shout out to Daniela in Culver City.
Shout out to Daniela. Do you have her Instagram?
I do, yes. Nails by Daniela, and the nails
There
is
you go.
2Z. Nails with 2 Z's by Daniela.
So if you guys want to go get your nails done in Culver City, go see Daniela.
That's why
That's why you
This-
picked this song. Okay.
just went. It goes with the last song. It goes with the next one, just really smoothly. And yeah, it's one of the reasons why I picked this.
I like it. Kind of takes me back to this weekend. This weekend.
And this one's also like a kind
Okay.
of like a lovey-dovey song, but it goes really well
It
with the
blends
one
in.
that
I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, is that the same song?
so they almost sound the same, like the same song, but they're different. But
It's different.
and that's another thing I wanted to mention with this mix I do every year. It's some of my cousin's style of house music, like how it first started and how the end will be, and then some of the songs are like my style and what I like and
Okay.
what he would probably like if he was still here. It's almost as if me and him are doing a back-to-back set. So
God, I
so,
like that.
like if he were here, it would probably sound something like this.
Be like, wait a
some
minute.
of his,
Yeah,
some
yeah,
of his
yeah.
style of house, some of my style of like house electro EDM.
So how do you feel that your mixing style has evolved from how you first started as a DJ till now?
Okay, so when I first started, I was real like eager, and sometimes I'd mix too fast, or I wouldn't mix smooth enough, or it would be kind of loud.
Mm-hmm.
And now after getting familiar with my music and my crates, I do my best to be more smooth mixes.
And I can hear it.
So I was so eager to just mix them and just either go from one song to the next, or I was just excited to just put them together. It almost sounded rushed, or it sounded too loud going from one song to the next. So now I just try to do my best to be careful with like how it sounds going in from
The transition,
transitions,
right?
yeah.
Definitely. I think the transition makes, as a DJ, I think the transition makes such a difference. Because, girl, let me tell you, I was at the club the other night and I was like, whoa, what is this? I'm like, nothing. Like, Lucia should be playing here tonight. That's how I felt, you know?
Thank you. Yeah.
It really does make a difference, especially when you're like out in the club or wherever you're at, like dancing and stuff, and you're just like in the move, like moving and grooving, and you're like just dancing in the zone, and then you're like, wait a minute, like what the heck was that? But when it's like smooth like that, you just kind of like get going. So I really, really like that. And I can tell from before when I first met you to like now, like I can totally see the transition and the growth and like how you just, it's just smooth in there.
Yeah.
How you put it all very well put together. So I really, really like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, this sound, that little horn, my cousin gave me that horn. So when we were first exchanging music and like showing me the software, he gave me that sound, that horn.
Oh, nice.
So that's why I put it in. And some of my mixes, it's in there, and this one I put it in like after every drop. But this song, I first heard it at Caruso's. I was setting up on a Sunday morning, and the bartender or waitress, she had her, I don't know if it was her Pandora, Spotify, or her
Whatever it
iPhone,
was.
whatever she was playing.
Listening to music.
It
right?
was this song was playing, and it just stood
You're
out
like,
to me. Like,
yeah.
"Ooh, this is cool. I like this."
It's really smooth.
And I knew I had to put it in a mix at some point. So
I like it. Good choice. Good choice.
Thank
You always
you.
have, you know what I like about you? That you have such a good ear. Like, you have such a good ear for good music. And then just the way you just kind of like blend it together. I really love that too. So
thank you. And you know what? You've evolved a lot too with the esthetician and the makeup.
with the makeup and everything
With
that
the
I've
makeup
been
and
doing.
everything, the photography,
Girl,
the podcast.
girl,
Like, you
I've
stay
been doing
busy
a
too.
lot.
I see you staying busy too.
Yes, you have to stay busy. Like when I first met you, I was doing the co-hosting, and then I was doing the makeup. I was being a massage therapist and like doing the photography. And I was doing everything. And I'm like, okay, I took a break, and then I decided to go back to school full time and just get my aesthetics down. And kind of ties hand in hand because it's the esthetician. A lot of people ask me, what's an esthetician? A lot of people don't even know what it is. So I'm going to explain, like, we are like your skin specialists. Like, we do the facials, the waxing, and the makeup as well. A lot of people think I'm like at a cosmetologist, like, oh, do you do hair and nails? Like, no, I don't do hair and nails. And that's something that, I don't do that. But a lot of people, I don't know what an esthetician is. So I'm going to, I'm like your coach for your skin. That's basically what it is. I tell a lot of my clients that come to me, I say, you come to me, I give you a facial, but it's kind of like you're going to the gym, right? You go to the gym and you go home and you eat horribly and you don't really take care of your skin. Like, what's the point? It's so important to take care of your skin. So that's something that I'm really, really emphasizing. And I know with my podcast, like, I'm going to be giving a lot more like tips, healthcare, how to take care of your skin, emotional support, like mental transformation, just as what inner beauty glow stands for. It's beauty from the inside out, because we have to work on the inside, and it kind of like comes outward. It shows in your skin. You're glowing. Once you feel good, like that's gonna like come out through your pores. So you know a lot about that because you always see me posting talking about that. So it's transformation from like your person, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, especially. Like you and me, we're both spiritual beings, and I talking about that. Like, I love your name, DJ Divine Light.
Thank you.
Tell me how you came up with that name.
You know what? At the time that I came up with that name, I was going through a spiritual awakening, and I started getting Reiki, and then
Reiki. Ooh, okay. For those of you that don't know what Reiki is, it's energy healing. I know a lot of people don't really believe in that, but us too, we believe in energy and like good and bad energy, like las personas con las malas vibras que se queden con ellas, like let's bring out our palo santo on our stage. We laugh about it, but it's true. Like, we have to protect our energy, especially when it comes to like, being with people. But ooh.
Coming to us from Los Angeles, California.
This is Brutus, and you are tuned into Cali House Nation Radio. Don't touch that dial.
shout out to Brutus.
Shout out to
And
Brutus.
and Nocturne. So this for these next two songs in this mix, the next one samples this. And when I first heard the second one right after this, I thought, okay, I gotta put these together at some point. And like you heard today at Caruso's, I like to put the old with the new and do like a lot of wordplay. So yeah, I put this one in here first, and then I'm gonna play the one that samples Blue right after it.
So what's the reason, or why did you choose it? Just because you like the song, or just how it like meshes well together with that song?
Yes, the song right after this it samples this. You'll hear it, and they sound really good together. I messed with it a little bit before I did the recording, and I just think they blend really well together. And I'm sure anybody who knows
this song is so classic.
Yes.
Everybody knows this song.
They're gonna hear it in the next one and say, "Oh, that they sampled the Blue song." So.
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody knows the song. Like, if you don't know what this song is, like, who are you?
Or maybe they're
or maybe they're too young.
They're too young. Maybe
they're too young, right?
Too young.
They're too young. Yeah. I see it. I hear it. I hear it coming through.
And it also ties into the theme. You know how I was saying one of the themes of the mix is like tonight, partying tonight, having a good time tonight, bringing the good vibes tonight. So I think it just blends in well with
blends in well together, right?
Yeah,
because that's the theme of the mix. So what is the other themes of this mix? Are we gonna hear something?
Yes. So I played at 2 Social Desert festivals last year.
Oh, that's right.
With
I
Remedy.
remember.
I put together a playlist of songs I wanted to play there that were very like ravey or electro or house, EDM. And some of the songs I played at Social Desert are in this mix too.
So that's what we're going to listen to as well.
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to that because let me tell you, that's kind of up my alley right now. That's yes, like right now, it's my thing right now. So I'm really, I was actually playing your mix like as I was driving to Caruso's.
Nice.
You know, I was like, dang, I'm really feeling this. Just bumping it and driving on the freeway with my windows down and letting my hair, in the wind.
And you just went to Coachella.
I did.
It was your first Coachella. I saw that.
Yes. So, dude, Coachella was really lit. Like, really, really lit. There was a lot of different artists, but I think there was just so much to take in, especially being the first time. There's so many people, I think. There were so many people, like, this year more than there was last year. So
I think every year it's probably just more.
Yes, more and more people every year. So it was a little overwhelming, but at the same time, it was fun. It was really, really fun. You got to stay hydrated and definitely stay hydrated, but the music was pretty lit. It was. So it kind of reminded me, like, when I was listening to your mix and I was like, wait a minute, it's taking me back to Coachella this weekend. I was like, all right, I'm feeling it. It's a vibe all on its own. So I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I'm glad you did. I went to my first one in 2014.
Ooh, how was it? Tell me.
That was an experience. And
okay.
I'll get to that in a little bit. This song, I first heard this song at a tailgate. I was at one of my first few tailgates I went to with Remedy. I had never been to a tailgate before.
Tailgate party.
Football tailgate party.
Okay,
and then
football
the
tailgate party.
The DJ that was there was playing this, and the song stood out to me like, okay, I gotta have that in a mix. And yeah, I started putting it in rotation with all the other songs I play. And then another reason I put the song in this mix is just my cousin's did so many gigs. I've done so many gigs, and says let's get down to business. Let's do it tonight. Let's get it done. Ties in with the vibe of the vibe and the theme of the getting down tonight.
It definitely ties down with everything that you've put in this mix so far. I mean, I think you and your cousin did do a lot of gigs. You guys are really out there, and I'm so proud of you because you work so hard and you're always on your business. You're always on your thing.
Thank you.
Thank you. So keep it pushing, girl. Keep it pushing.
Yes. This is one of the songs I picked for Social Desert.
Okay, I like it. Yes.
I first heard it at a bar in downtown LA. Lady Pink Panther hosted the event.
Okay.
And I had a back-to-back set with another DJ. And of all the songs that he played, this one stood out the most. And I was like, I gotta play that at Social Desert. And I actually made an edit of this so it's shorter because the original one is a lot longer. And at Social Desert, I wanted to try and play as many songs as I could. And so I shortened it. And for this mix.
How long did you have? What was your time frame to play at Social Desert?
45 minutes.
Oh yeah, you really had to push every song that you could in there. Definitely. Yeah. I was like, 44 minutes. How many songs could you really fit in there?
There's a couple that I let play just so I have some time to kind of queue up whatever song I'm going to play next. But for this mix and for the purpose of playing at Social Desert Live, I just wanted to shorten it.
All right, same. I mean, yeah, but I think this song is pretty long, but hits the spot. It really, really does hit the spot.
Something you hear out in the desert.
Yes.
Ravey vibes.
Ravey vibes, definitely, yes.
Yeah, my first Coachella was pretty cool. I actually only been to one, and that was in 2014. And I went with one of my best friends from high school, Thea.
Oh, shout out to Thea. Is she still around?
She is, but she lives in Rhode Island right now.
Oh, so shout out to her.
She's in a band now.
What?
Yeah. I forget the name of her band. I think they're still trying to figure out the name of the band. But it's a rock band, and she's a lead singer, and she has a great voice.
Nice,
so I know
nice.
I told her, hey, you guys might be the next Cannons.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to her. Hopefully she does get out there, because if you say she has a good voice, we're gonna
does.
have to add her pretty soon
Throw her
in
in
one
the
of these
rotation.
mixes. Yes, add her to the rotation.
Yep. Outkast was the headliners when I went to Coachella.
Really?
Outkast, Nas, Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey was
Man.
like the.
You know what? Yeah, you're mentioning all these artists. Like, somebody said that was like it, because now these artists that were here last weekend, they're like young. But-
Yeah.
So you had a really good experience at Coachella.
Yeah, I just remember being really done.
Episode 176. This is Cali House Nation Radio.
It
The
was not
Guest
good.
Mix. Today behind the decks, we welcome from Los Angeles is DJ Divine Light in the mix. We are celebrating the life of DJ Smoove. All right, let's send the decks back to Los Angeles with DJ Divine Light.
This song has been out for a while. I don't even remember when it came out, to be honest with you. I know it's been out a while. And I also played it at Social Desert. And a lot of people vibe to this song a lot. And I hadn't put it in a mix or anything, and I didn't know why. But you know what? This year I'm gonna put it in a mix. I played it at Social Desert last year, and everybody was vibing
This
to
is
it.
a really good song.
The first time I heard it was at a taco place in Westchester. I was doing deliveries, and the guy,
You're like, what the heck?
and I was like, hey, this sounds cool. And the manager that worked there, he always played like house or reggaeton, and that this was one of the songs I heard. And
At a taco place?
at a taco,
That's
Benny's Tacos.
wild. That's so wild.
Yeah, super random.
Shout out to
Benny's Tacos.
Benny's Tacos in Westminster.
Westchester.
Oh, Westchester. Oh God. But hey, that's a good mix. I mean, that's a good song. Definitely a good song.
And it's and I don't remember when it came out. It's a few years ago, but never put it in a mix until now.
Yeah, good choice. Good choice. Good choice.
This part of the mix is like the about it, like be about it, dance about it, the vibes, thinking about a certain someone. It's like the be about it part of the mix. So it's another theme of the mix, or about it, about the vibes, about the beat, about somebody.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
This next song, I believe I played at Social Desert.
This
I
song
think
that's
it
coming
was-
up right now?
Yes, I
can't
played
hear it
Social
coming through.
Desert in September, and then again in November, I think. No, October. September and October. So I believe I played this one at the October set.
Ooh, yes.
It has those ravey vibes.
It
For
does. I like it.
sure. Yep, for sure.
I'm telling you, I've been on that vibe right now. This type of music will really, if you're having a bad day, just play some of this music and it'll just, girl, you forget
some
whatever the
house.
heck,
Yes.
whatever the heck is going on right now, or
Yes.
you're really gonna forget. So it's gonna get you going out
Yeah.
of your mental funk.
Shout out to Cali House Nation Radio. I mean, they have mixes for days that sound like this. And
Oh, yeah?
Like they have deep house, tech house. They have EDM mixes. You name it. Like their whole channel, their whole podcast on
It's like
Mixcloud
this.
is all this. So really
Shout out to Cali House.
Cali House Nation Radio.
Cali House Nation Radio. Shout out to you guys, man. I'm gonna start listening to you guys now from
Yeah.
now on. Like now
Yeah.
I got you guys on repeat.
Bookmark their page.
Yes. Added you guys to my link tree and everything. Bookmark it.
Yep. And this next song, so my cousin also loved old school hip hop, and I figured, you know what? For several reasons, I put this song in the mix. For one, I did play it at Social Desert last year, and everybody loved it. And then my cousin loves old school hip hop. He
Okay.
loves house, and it's two put together in one, and it just blends smoothly with the vibe. So
Yeah, who doesn't like some old school hip hop? Especially if you're like a millennial, I think, right? It's like up our alley.
Right up.
I mean, we're Generation Z.
you know what? I don't even know. Like there's millennials, Generation Z,
I'm
Generation
just
X.
joking.
Like
Generation Z is like the younger crowd, but
Okay.
that's why I was like, yeah, we're not that old. We're just aging gracefully. We're like fine wine. And I love it. I love it. It's like music. Every genre, like every age group has their own type of music. I think like the younger crowd too. I've been kind of like slipping through the cracks, so I listen to that music too.
I think that's one good thing about house is that it connects with all ages. And
It does. It does.
So this song definitely a summer 2022 song.
Okay.
I heard last summer, and I also played this at Social Desert.
So a lot of these mixes from like half of the mix from on, you played at Social Desert, right?
A good number of the songs I did play at Social
It's
Desert.
a really,
yes.
really good mix, and I bet you everybody was really digging it and enjoying it, right?
Oh yeah, they were
really
having
enjoying
a good time, especially the Social Desert in September.
They were really, really enjoying the music.
Yeah.
Yes,
There was-
I can bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
October, it was starting to get cold out there in the desert already, so it wasn't as crowded. And in September, it was probably like the end of summer, people going out, one last time before it gets cold out there, because it gets pretty cold. So it was definitely a vibe.
I can see that. I can see how it was a vibe.
And it was around the time.
Hey, I was like, this song right here, right here. Right
Yeah. Again, that about it vibe. Thinking about somebody. When I played in September, so my cousin passed away in September of 2016. So I didn't make an announcement like, hey guys, I'm doing this set for my cousin. But I definitely thought about, you know what, cousin, I'm doing this. Also because passed away in September. For a while, September's been a pretty somber month
for you.
So I
can see how that I can see how that can be. I think we all go through moments in our life like that. December would always be like, ugh,
Yeah.
So I mean, for the longest, it's been a couple years, but music brings people alive, and it's just a really good memory, and it's just music is always going to be a vibe. So
yeah, and it's wordplay with the next song that goes.
Okay.
The next song goes with it. You'll see when it comes up, but yeah, it's a little bit of wordplay with the next one too.
Everybody that's listening to this mix probably vibing out there right now.
Yes. I also heard this at Caruso's at one point. I had heard the song already, but I remember hearing it at Caruso's over the summer. Hey, they're vibing to this too.
So if you guys ever need a DJ, she's also open for events. For your quinceañeras, birthday parties, hit my girl up.
Bars, clubs, quinces, weddings. The wordplay.
Yeah, I can hear it.
So think about you all the time. Thinking about you. So I wanted to have some wordplay there. As you heard today at Cruises, I love wordplay, sampling, putting the samples together. I love doing all that.
Whoever's listening to this, make sure to follow her also on all her social media platforms. It's DJ Divine Light.
And your Instagram is?
My Instagram is Inner Beauty Glow. It's INNERBTYGLOW.
Hey, there we go.
Inner Beauty Glow.
You need to get a facial done.
You need a facial.
Eyebrows waxed. Or you need makeup for your wedding or quinceañera or a special event. She got you.
I got you. So just let us know.
I might have played this song at Social Desert, but I don't remember.
Okay.
I would have to go back and look at the list of songs I played. It might have been in there, I don't know, but it was on there as a maybe playlist.
Okay. I can see how it would tie in though. Definitely I think it would go with the music that you have been playing at Social Desert. Man, now that you're talking about all these songs, I feel like I should have been there,
I think I'm pretty sure I told you, hey, I'm going to be there. You should come. I'm sure I did.
Probably. You know me, I'm always busy.
I believe I also played this song if I didn't play it at Social Desert, it was on my list of songs to play at Social Desert. And this was also one of the songs that my nail tech would play, or she had it in her rotation of songs, of EDM songs that she would play and listen to. This was also, I'm hey, this sounds cool. This is going to go in one of my mixes, or it's going to be at Social Desert or something.
EDM, man, those events are fun. I mean, I've never been, but I hear good things, so it's kind of like
Coachella's pretty close to it.
Yeah, that's what they say,
it's up
right?
There. It's up there, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
There's
close.
Coachella, and there's EDC, and then there's a lot of other raves and concerts out there.
One of the
Nocturnal, Escape.
I think Fisher, DJ Fisher. Have you heard of him? I think he was at Coachella this past weekend. I was like, well, okay, this is kind of the vibe as well.
Yes.
Gets you in in that zone. I'm you just want to kind of dance, let your worries away, let the world fade away, they were saying, the world fade away.
This is
Hey.
Cali House Nation Radio, the guest mix. Don't touch that dial.
From the dance floor to your radio.
Cali's House Nation Radio.
I think I played this one at the second Social Desert I did in October.
So how many social desert events usually are there? Just 2?
They usually have one every month. I know they did one in Vegas recently.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if they're going to do it in Vegas from now on or if it was just a one-time thing. They usually have them every month. Last year I did September with Remedy, and we also did October. And before then, the first Social Desert I did was in December of 2021.
Where is this event? Where does this event take place?
Lancaster.
Oh, in Lancaster. For those of you that don't know, Social Desert takes place in the city of Lancaster. Hey, look at this song. What about this
Yeah.
one? Hey, this song is just like, hey, you know what? I just want to get up and just kind of like.
This is definitely a song I played for sure. Must have been October. when I
Okay.
played it. But it definitely had those raver, like,
It has that vibe. Definitely
raver,
that vibe.
desert rave vibes. Yeah.
I like it.
The mix starts to kind of calm down after this song. So this song, it's a little bit dark as to why I picked it.
Tell us why you picked it.
It's a little bit, but not really. Actually, the original mix was going to be too long. It was
Okay.
going into like an hour and 20 minutes at one point, and I thought, you know what, that's too long. They're only going to let me play maybe a little over an hour. So I had to cut out like 4 or 5 songs. And I was trying to figure out how am I going to go from, what I just played, Bomb Jack, into Miguel Miggs, because Miguel Miggs is way more like smoother sounding.
Yes.
So
yes.
just as I was searching, this song just randomly popped up on YouTube, and it just started playing, and I was like, oh, that's it right there.
Like, this
That's-
is the one.
this is
like,
the
man,
song
this
that's
is
gonna
a
go.
sign. You know, if it just popped up, this is it.
That's
This
it.
is it.
And then how he says, like, she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. So my cousin had another side of him, and I never got to see that side of him. And whenever me and him would like do anything music related or work together or like practice session, it was always him being very respectful, very nice, very cool and fun. He was never like drunk or crazy with me.
We all have that's just a little background of why she picked this song, but I think we all have our moments where we deal with things that are like rough, we have our ups and downs, but I think music is definitely and always will be like a really good outlet for all of us, at least for me, and I probably for you too as well.
Yes.
Because you're a DJ,
Yes.
you're in the industry, and this is what you do. So
This is a way to get like my out, like what I do with my mixes is what I hear in my head.
okay.
And what I do versus when I'm out like at Caruso's or a gig or whatever, and I'm playing music for the people that are there that want to hear the music or they want to hear a certain thing or for their vibe. What I do for my mix is what goes on in my head.
yeah.
And some of the stuff I mix is also what goes on in my head too, but a lot of it is for like, okay, they want to hear, I could tell they want to hear some Gap Band or Bad Bunny, let me put them all together and
Mash them all together.
that's
and
when I'm mixing live. But when I'm
Yeah.
doing a mix like this is what's going on up here.
Yeah, because it has a lot. It has a story to it. It has feelings to it. It has emotions to it attached to it. So it's just a lot more than just music. And there's a reason why she put this mix together for you guys. It's just a form of expression. And also, like we said in the beginning, and the reason why she did this mix was to commemorate her cousin. And he was a DJ, and how he inspired her, and how he embedded in her like little things and with music.
Yes.
And how to DJ and whatnot. So it's pretty awesome.
And this isn't a Miguel Miggs song, but it does go into like the vibe of Miguel Miggs, of the last few songs of the mix, which I did. That's my cousin's like style, his style
Right
of
here.
house that he liked to mix. That he showed me like this is what
okay.
this. Hey, I like this. This is Miguel Miggs. And the last few songs, by the way, I didn't have too much time to like listen to all of them.
Tracks left on today's guest mix.
There it goes. Nocturne.
Love to DJ Divine Light for coming through today. If you guys missed out on hour number 1, we had Nocturne in the mix. We did it with those dance pop house vibes. We got some house and we closed it down with some tech house.
This is Cali's House Nation Radio guest
Nocturne
mix.
does the first hour, and the second hour is the guest mix.
I see.
That's what you mentioned. So this is Miguel mix. From this song to the very end of the mix is Miguel mix. I didn't have enough time to like thoroughly listen to all of his collection of music because he has so many songs. I just picked out a few that stood out to me. Like, okay, which one stands out to me? I kind of let Spirit take the wheel for the last few songs to see which one stands out, which one
Makes
resonates, which one's like, which ones would he have liked if he was here. So
I like that. I like how you said, spirit.
Yeah,
like, led by spirit, like following her intuition, her little inner lights that she has, because she's a very spiritual person, and you guys can see with some of her music. That's why she's named DJ Divine Light in the mix with you guys. So I hope that you guys are enjoying this mix. It's a really good way of commemorating her cousin, and also a good way to just sharing with you guys like her form of expression, what she's been working on, and how she puts a lot of love and work and effort into creating this just for you. You're enjoying it.
I think we had jumped into another subject earlier, but when I named myself DJ Divine Light, I also had fasted for 7 days.
Oh wow.
And then
what was that like?
I was working with a chiropractor and his wife and some other people that were into that whole like holistic healing.
Okay.
And they had told me about like the master cleanse. That sounds crazy, but why not try it? So I did it. I fasted for 7 days. I did that cleanse, and during that time I had like some spiritual stuff pop up for me and thought about my life and what am I doing and what am I gonna call myself, my DJ names. And then I was doing the Reiki too, so all of that combined.
All of that combined, definitely. Wow, you did the master cleanse. That's rough.
And that was in 2009.
Okay.
2009 or 10 I did that. That's when I came up with that.
That's wow. Sorry, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Wow,
it's
a little intense. For those of you that don't know what master cleanse is, it's kind of like detoxes everything, not just your body, but just mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It kind of puts you in a different state of mind. Not everybody would be able to do the 7 days, but even if it's for a day or 2 days or whatever, just kind of like reboot your body, your mind, and your soul. I think we all need that.
Yep. So, and I've done it in every other couple years. I've noticed a pattern with myself. Like I go on some spiritual journey, or I go to some spiritual healing, or I go to some meditation classes, and it just helps me.
For those of you that don't meditate, it's a way of helping to kind of like calm the mind, because our mind is always on go, like 24/7, even when we're sleeping. So when we meditate, it kind of helps you kind of like to zone into like relaxing. One, it's very relaxing, and then two, it kind of like helps you cleanse all the negative like thoughts in your mind and just focus on something positive. And it kind of like helps you stay in tune with like how you're gonna get started with your day, and it helps you also to focus in on like projects or goals, and even sometimes finding purpose. I think that's how I came up with Inner Beauty Glow. My family is Catholic, so I was literally at a retreat and I was praying and I fell asleep while I was praying. I was like, oh my God. I woke up and I was like, all freaking out, like, oh my God, el padre me va a regañar. But when I woke up and I was like, oh, Inner Beauty Glow. Because why? So IBG for Inner Beauty Glow is actually inspired by God. Oh, I've never really shared that with anybody.
Nice.
But that's where it came from. Inspired by God. Like, that's where IBG came from. So it was so cool. A spiritual thing. When I first started with that name as like a massage therapist, because I wanted to heal people. Like, not heal, but just help to ease people's pain. Yeah. Like during that time, I had found out that my dad had cancer, and it's just like a lot of things that were going in the family or whatever. And I was like, man, how can I help, right?
My cousin actually passed away from cancer.
Oh, okay. Wow, look at how that tied in. Like, we're just thinking about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually got a tattoo. One of the times he was in jail for doing for DUI, one of his DUIs, he got a tattoo. And then when he got out of jail, he found out that he had hepatitis.
Wow.
And then that
Wow, that's rough.
And then he ended up with cancer not too long after that, and it was very aggressive cancer, and it got to his liver.
Oh my God.
So
sorry. Wow, I didn't know that's how he passed away. So we all have cancer cells in our body, right? But there's things, stress, food, whatever, outdoor things like.
he got a tattoo.
And
he also had a lot of years of drinking. So
yeah, so everything kind of like ties down to that'll trigger it. It'll trigger those cells. Like, I am no expert. Disclaimer real quick. I'm not a professional or a doctor or anything. I'm just speaking from experience of like what we went through, like our family as well. But I think it's so important to take care of your mental, emotional, and physical health, and go get checked regularly. If you've never gotten a physical, go get it done, because you just never know, right? Like it can be something as like a needle, right?
Yeah.
That can trigger that. And then the drinking, like you said, but also like other like factors. Stress leads to dysfunction leads to disease. So like I'm a big, like, if you know me, you've known me for a long time. Inner Beauty Glow is also taking care of your emotional, physical health as well, because if you don't take care of your body, who's gonna do it for you? Who's gonna take care of you? We're big on self-care and self-love, and it's so important to take care of you, because if you don't do it, nobody's gonna do it for you. So wow, I'm like so blown away right now with what you just told me. That's one of the reasons why I became a massage therapist, was because I wanted to be able to ease people's pain, because I knew she was in pain because of the chemo and whatnot. So it's rough. But you know, we've found outlets with what we do to help other people through music or whatever we do, you know, finding a purpose, right? Finding a purpose in what we're doing. So that's really beautiful. I hope you guys are enjoying this mix. Again, this is DJ Divine Light.
Yes. Inner Beauty Glow.
Inner Beauty Glow worldwide.
And I picked this as the last song on the mix. It talks about the other side.
Okay.
Making it to the other side. So it's just like an outro. Like, till next time. And again, like when I was picking out these last few songs by Miguel Mix, that one stood out to me. Like, that'll be the last one.
You're like, oh, okay, all right, this is what I'm going to end it with.
Yes.
So this is the last song in the mix. I hope that you guys enjoyed this mix and us sharing, you know, why she did this. She was pouring all this love into this mix, and just here chatting it up and talking about what we're doing in life. Hopefully you guys were entertained. Make sure that you guys follow her on social media and everything that she's doing. If you guys need a DJ, this is my girl. Make sure you guys follow her and hire her for your events. For your quinceañera, for the bachelor party, for the birthday party, for the tia, you know.
Divorce party.
hey, there's such a thing. Divorce parties too, you know. Divorce parties too. Come on, and I'll give you guys facials at the same time.
Need a facial, waxing, makeup artist, photography.
Whatever you guys need, here we are.
Yep. Inner Beauty Glow. She got you.
Thank you. A lot of love. Shout out to everybody that's listening to us and they're tuning in and listening to this mix. We love that you guys have supported us throughout the years with everything that we've done, especially with her music, and me with everything that I've done. Every hat in the book, right? But definitely we feel the love, and this is our way of giving back to you guys. Hope that you guys enjoy this mix.
Shout out to Cali House Nation Radio. Again, check them out every Friday. It airs at 10 p.m. Pacific time. It airs live from Argentina on Friday nights. And then after it airs, they put their episodes on their website, CHNR.live. Shout out to Nocturne for having me on. Shout out to Danny Zico and the Room Z Recordings for having us, by the way.
Yes,
Shout
definitely.
out to MC Remedy. Thank you guys for having us.
Like things that we deal with or whatever, and we all have a little dark side to us. I think we do, you know, like not everything is all like peachy, but sorry. Where to go? There's a mosquito in here, guys. Sorry about that. Freaking giant mosquito
Attack me.
Almost attacking us. I was like, dude, reminded me of that joke for George Lopez, like these mosquitoes are like in Mexico that the mosquitoes are like huge. They're like, man, take off my shirt, you're gonna stretch it.